So today we're going to talk about something you already may love, sourdough bread.
She's baking a loaf of bread and I think it's sourdough.
Did you know that sourdough bread isn't just delicious, it's actually good for your gut and your GI microbiome? In today's video, I'm going to go through 5 benefits that I have found when it comes to eating sourdough bread. And this is why this is the bread that I recommend if you're having GI issues as a Mayo Clinic trained gastroenterologist. Guys, let's talk about this. Howdy, I'm Dr. Isam. I'm a board certified gastroenterologist trained at the Mayo Clinic with over 10 years of treating all sorts of patients with GI issues, whether it's celiac disease, gluten issues, or any issues just like that. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and newsletter. And if you live here locally, you want to come see us Love Gastro, where you can find out the root cause, what's going on to get you feeling better. So number 1, it is so much easier to digest. The fermentation of sourdough bread makes it a lot easier for my patients to eat this, especially if they have gluten issues or issues when it comes to gluten type foods. The fermentation itself actually breaks down the gluten to make it a lot easier to digest, makes it easier for your gut microbiome, makes it easier for you to enjoy the foods and enjoy these breads without having some of the side effects when it comes to other breads. A lot of my patients, those who have IBS, celiac disease, non-celiac sensitivity, or gluten issues, notice that the minute they have bread or any type of carb like that, they get bloated, they get distended, they have a lot of gas. But the good thing about sourdough bread is that you actually do not have the side effects because of the way it's metabolized and the way it's fermented. So this means it is so much easier for you to eat than having some of the other breads that are out there. And it's been a fantastic source for carbohydrates for a lot of my patients. Number 2, it is rich in probiotics. Because it's fermented foods actually add in natural probiotics in the actual food itself. So not only are you having good food in general, not only is it tasty, you're actually improving your gut microbiome. Our gut microbiome is made up of trillions, yes, trillions with a T, of bacteria, fungi, and viruses that are constantly interacting with the environment. And the more that we can improve that gut microbiome, the more we can add in prebiotics, probiotics, have them work together to improve what's going on inside your body, the easier it's going to be for you to treat your GI issues naturally. The more we can treat your gut issues naturally, the better it's going to be for you, and the more likely we can get off your medications as well. Number 3, it is lower on the glycemic index. So one of the issues when it comes to bread, especially if you have a history of diabetes or you're pre-diabetic, is that bread can spike up your glycemic index to make it harder to control your diabetes naturally. This is why whenever you treat diabetes, one of the things you try to do is minimize carbohydrates. With sourdough bread, because it's lower on the glycemic index, you don't have those spikes, you don't have those rises that go on, and because of that, you're able to have these foods without necessarily increasing your risk for a higher risk of diabetes. I have to stress this to my patients: not all carbs are bad, and not all bread is bad. And to try to demonize one sort of food group is not the best thing for your health. It's not the best thing overall in terms of how I want you to eat. Number 4, it contains lactic acid. Lactic acid is necessary to allow you to metabolize certain foods so you can absorb them easier. So ingredients and minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and iron is a lot easier to absorb from the bread because of the lactic acid that's in there. Then number 5, it has natural prebiotics. Keep in mind, prebiotics are actual fertilizers for the gut microbiome that you already have. It boosts your natural gut immunity. It improves your natural gut health to get you feeling better, and once again, to improve the overall gut microbiome. Prebiotics are fibers that fuel the gut bacteria to improve their health to get it feeling better. And once again, if we can do this naturally by having a food that has not only probiotics but prebiotics, you're giving yourself all the advantage that you need to improve your health. By doing that, you're able to hopefully treat your gut conditions naturally. So once again, let's summarize the 5 benefits I have seen when it comes to taking or eating sourdough bread. Number 1, it is easier to digest because of the fermentation process. So if you have issues with carbs or gluten issues, this may be a bread you want to consider. Number 2, it is rich in probiotics to help improve your gut microbiome. Number 3, it has a lower glycemic index, so you're able to feel fuller longer and more often. And it's the type of bread you may want to consider if you have diabetes or pre-diabetes. Number 4, it contains lactic acid, which makes it so much easier to break down its bread and actually be able to absorb the vitamins that you need, such as magnesium, iron, and calcium. And then number 5, it actually has its own natural prebiotics as well to help improve your gut microbiome. So sourdough is such a great food option when it comes to eating carbohydrates. So if you're at your bakery, if you're at your local grocery store, you're wondering, oh my gosh, what bread can I take? Reach for that sourdough bread. It is a recommendation I recommend as a Mayo Clinic trained GI doctor. It's also a recommendation I give to my patients who are having GI issues. I want to thank you for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you're living here locally, come see us up at Gastro for all your GI needs. And if you don't, I would recommend for you to subscribe to my newsletter where you can get tips and tricks coming to your inbox every single week. I want to thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys on future videos.